What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with the previous show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's the Nuno Derby on Saturday. It's Nottingham Forest against Wolves. Massive game. Another big 3 points that we need to win. Like I said, if you are new to my channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know, and comment in the comment section. Or if you are re-watching this, what is your score prediction? I've got a special guest in Tom, Wolves fan. That will be coming any minute now. So please show some love to Tom. But yeah, it's a big game on tomorrow. Like I said, we need a win after the 3-1. It was a disappointing result against Spurs. If you look at it, it was. But like I said, we've got to move on from that game. There's quite a lot of videos that I've made. The Ryan Yates video. Did you watch it, people? A lot of good feedback from it. Good and bad as well. So yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, people, like I said, what is your score prediction for tomorrow's game? Before I get Tom in, maybe to look Phil 3-0 to Forest. I'm loving that. Colin, how you doing, Colin? Michael, did you get it? Get your waiting let you know. Go, Malcolm. Why are you watching? Enjoy your holiday, Malcolm. Enjoy your holiday. I'm not going to say Belen. Well, I've said it, by the way. You're still a Belen, Malcolm. Enjoy your holiday and make sure you don't come back. Uh, Paul, even just I hope you're well. 2-0 Forest. I think that as well. I hope we do win. We need a win as well. Malcolm, like I said, go away, Malcolm. Go away. Uh, Hi Ben, I hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. Eve, good evening, store. Hope you're well. I'm just eating my dinner. I'm having a little rest for excited for. I kind of excited to see you tomorrow. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow, Eve. Same place, the usual time with your Kira as well. Mohammed 2-1 as well. Good evening. I hope you well, Mohammed. And Martin as well. 3-2 Forest. Oh, I'm looking at Martin. And I hope you're well, my friend. Right, blessed people. I've got a special guest in Tom, Wolves fan. Please show some look to him. Like I said, he's the in-depth of Wolves season, seeing Nuno back, and a few ex-players as well. So in the chat, please show some love to Tom. How you doing, Tom? How you doing?
Hiya, mate. You okay?
Well, I've been better. I've been better. Like some people, I said, this is Tom, Wolves fan. And like I said, he's just showed the season that Wolves have done. The comeback of Nuno, the manager that they loved, now he's back at Nottingham Forest. And like I said, ex-players as well, like Monkeys, White, Bollids, a lot, as you know. But Tom, before we do start, like I said, you've got a YouTube channel. How can people search for it?
Yeah, so if you just search in Tom Talks Footy, that's my own individual channels. And I'm here representing Wolves Fancast, where we do similar things for Wolves. So with our podcast, we do pre-match, post-match content all around Wolves. And then my individual is Tom Talks Footy.
I know Tom Talks about Footy is on the link in the title. So all you'll do, people, is click the link on Tom, subscribe to his channel, and come back on the stream or whatever you're watching. Just click on the channel, show some love to rival channels as well. Like I said, please do. Tom, let's talk about the Wolves season because before we started, I said I'm surprised with the way Gary O'Neill as a puncher because I'll be honest, I didn't think he'd do well for your club, but he's proved me wrong. Has he proven you wrong this season?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people put us to go down to get relegated at the start of the season. Obviously, O'Neill comes in 4 days before the season. It's not ideal. He's got no money to deal with to buy in the players that he wants either. So he's just got to deal with what he's got. But I think he's done exceptional. You've got to take into account a lot of things have gone against us as well as it has at Forest as well with, VAR decisions and refereeing decisions. But I think he's done really well, and it's a good progress. It's a good start. So see how he gets on.
Your season, like I said, you're mid-table, and like I said, you've done some surprising results this season. Talk to everyone. How's your season on the pitches going on?
Um, it's tough. It's tough to say, really. We've had a lot of ups and downs this season. There was one point where it was about 9 games unbeaten at home, and you start looking really positive, and then a couple of results don't go your way. Lost to Man United in the last minute. Lose against Coventry a couple of weeks ago. You're 2 minutes away from Wembley. So it's been up and down for Wolves. We've had a lot of injuries as well. Cunha been out for some time. Obviously, Neto's been unbelievable this season, but then has injuries as well. So it's been up and down. Been up and down this season.
Mm. We want to talk about him, like as you know, Nuno is the Nottingham Forest manager, and we all know that he's successful for your club. What's your opinion on Nuno at Nottingham Forest? Because I'll be honest, um, he's not impressed me as yet. Yes, we won against Fulham 3-1, and yeah, we have beat Newcastle and Manchester United. But from outside looking in, I said he was successful for you lot. What's your opinion on it? Do you think I myself has got to give him time because results have not gone our way? But what's your opinion on it?
Look, I mean, I was thinking about it earlier on. Nuno was fantastic for us as a club. Great for the city. I mean, what a man! I could talk about him for hours.
Do it. Feel free. Feel free. Feel free.
For the things he done for the club. I mean, the coming up through the Championship, the way he done it, the Europa League. You know, he got the best out of players. You know, we had Jota, Jimenez, Neves, just to name a
Neves.
couple. You know, loads of fantastic talents that come through him. So he done absolutely loads for the club and the city as well. And like you said there, you need to give him time. I think that's the thing with football nowadays. Managers don't get much time, really. I think you've got to give him time. He knows what he wants. Nuno knows his squad, knows his philosophy. You could see that at Wolves, 100%. We knew every week how we're going to set up, how we was going to play. There was a clear tactic, clear vision, and it didn't matter who we really come up against. He used that and it worked. So I think it helps him walking into Forest, having a couple familiar faces in, Bolly and Gibbs White. I know Gibbs White didn't really play for us when Nuno was here. Apparently there was some falling out. I'm not sure how true it was between them. But as soon as Nuno come into Forest and he said, Gibbs White, he's going to be one of the main characters in the squad, that shows the belief he's got in him, especially after whatever happened at Wolves. So I think he needs time. From what I've seen so far at Forest, I think he's got out some good results. I mean, I remember watching what game was it? Was it? I think it was in the cup, or it might have been in the league. Sorry, when you played Man United.
When we lost 2-1.
Yeah,
2-1?
Was it Gibbs White who scored on that game?
Yeah, 2-1 when we won. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you played really well. I think some of the football you've played has been pretty good, pretty decent. But then again, like with Wolves, you've had your fair share of VAR refereeing moments.
Yeah, it's VAR derby, as you call it.
Yeah.
I've been seeing on social media people like Wolves have had loads of VAR decisions as well, like with Forest. But I remember when was it? Was it against Man U? First game of the season. It was a VAR. Yeah, that one. And you had one at home, didn't you? The penalty decision as well.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, I thought, wow, we've had loads as well. So it is a VAR derby. So
we had one last week against West Ham as well.
Yeah, he did.
The last minute goal and it's rolled out for offside. I can't really put it into words anymore, to be honest. But I think it's definitely a massive work in progress. Something's got to improve the standard somewhere.
Do you think, like I said, we've got to give Nuno, like I said, I've got to give Nuno some patience. Like, there's been a lot of questions about, like I said, results. Like, from my personal opinion, like, when Nuno was at Wolves, the substitutions have been a bit iffy. Was he the same at Wolves with the substitutions, or like I said, he was successful, but so you can't complain, can you?
Yeah. I would say subs was probably an issue with Nuno, to be honest. There was a lot of times where, say, like you needed a result, and you'd think, well, why has he done that? Why has he brought that person off for that person? Or sometimes his substitutions wasn't the best, but I think things like that, you've always got to think he sees these players every day. We see them once a week on a Saturday or a Sunday, so you've got to trust him really. But there's always a purpose behind what he's doing. But sometimes it just isn't going to pull off, and I think when it doesn't pull off, it worries people because it doesn't look right. But when it pulls off, everyone's like, "Oh, what a great substitution that was!" But if it doesn't work, then it can look worrying with some of the subs that he makes. And sometimes a lot of the case, it was too little, too late. The subs, so say we need a result, and players are coming on the 85th minute, and you need a goal to get in the game. That player's going to have about 3 touches before the game's done. So
yeah, that's been seen with Forest. Because as Forest fans would know, like the game against sometimes I won't say the Luton game, and that's game up 6 up for me, Forest fans, when he brought on Felipe in the 70th minute when we're playing very well going forward, and then again I think he was playing against Man U, and he brought on I think it was Ribeiro and Gino Real in the 90th minute when we're chasing the game. Like I said, that's what I'm witnessing. I don't know if Forest fans in the comments are what I'm witnessing as well. It's frustrating me sometimes with it, and do you think, like I said, do we need to give him time? Because did he have time at Wolves? Because the first season, when he appointed for you lot, what was your reaction towards when he did time for come to Wolves?
To be honest, I didn't know what to expect. When Nuno come in, I mean, we had our fair share of managers in the recent years anyway, so it was just a progress, really. I mean, obviously, Fosun had not long come in as well. But I remember, well, funnily enough, it involves a Forest player now, Willy Bolly. When he signed for the club, Nuno straight away, when he was signing him, was saying, we are getting promoted. And, he got his squad together. He had the funding as well, so he knew what players he wanted. He got the players in. And if he's got the players who he wants, he'll do fantastic. But I think one thing we've struggled with since Nuno is the squad selection too. So like with Wolves, when it was under Nuno, he loved a short squad, a small squad.
Yeah, that's with Forest as well. It's a short. He likes a short squad as well, because like I said, we've got like bloody 30 players. I don't know if we have or not, but he did say he loves a short squad. Let's talk about your ex-players, Rod Gibbs White, because I know, like I said, if you've not seen the vlog, people, when Forest played Wolves, he got a little bit of stick from that. Are you surprised at the way he's playing, and do you think he can improve, even get better with Forest, or do you think to get that, as you know, you need to be in the top 6 to get international call-up? Do you think he can do it for Forest, or do you think he needs to play better for another club?
Tough question, really. I mean, with his time at Wolves, he wasn't really coming through. He got sent out.
He went to Sheffield United. Someone else. Well,
Swansea.
Swansea, as well.
Yeah. So he had a couple of loans. He wasn't really coming through, and then he come back, and it was before he joined Forest. It was now or never, really. He was either going to kick on at Wolves or he was going elsewhere. I'm not surprised by the way he's playing, to be honest. I think he's a key player for Forest, but I think that's expected of him. You could kind of see how much he'd grown since those loans. I think those loans definitely helped him, and he's grown as a player. I think at the time, obviously, it was Steve Cooper, who he understands and has worked with plenty of times. So that definitely helped him a mile joining at Forest. So I wouldn't say I was surprised by the way he was playing. I think an England call-up, in my opinion, I think he's still a long, long way to go, especially with the options that England have for the midfield.
Tom, don't you think he's better than Manson? Everyone keeps saying. Everyone keeps saying. I'm asking the question too. What do you think? Everyone keeps asking about him, but I don't know. That's the Wolves fan.
I don't know. He might have better traits than Madison. Like he might be faster than Madison, but I think I'd say Madison's a better player personally. Like I've got a lot of Forest friends who absolutely rave about him, and part of me might not see it because like we saw him come in and thought like he's okay. So that could play a part in it, but I'd say Madison's definitely the better player because I think you've got to look at it from then I know you've got to look at the service around him and stuff like that as well. Like Gibbs White is doing well for Forest, but I think I would take Madison.
Okay, people in the chat, what do you think? Who do you think's better, Mug Gibbs White or Madison? Honestly, I'll say Mug Gibbs White because Madison's actually disgraceful for what he did last week against Forest. People, please do hit the like button as well. Subscribe if my guest is Tom. He's a Wolves fan. And if you want, please go and subscribe to the channel. His link is in the title as well, and he does help out Forest Wolves Fancast as well. So please go subscribe to them as well. Your mid-table team, and like I said, I see it as got nothing to play for now. But do you think that you can still push on and get that the top 10 or just further on?
See, the question was a couple of weeks ago, but the question was Europe.
Yeah.
And obviously, you go through a little bit of a bad phase, and it just goes away from you. But I think we can still get in the top 10, and I'll be more than happy with that. Like I said earlier, O'Neill's coming 4 days before the season. Not really brought any players in really. So for him to get top 10, I'm more than happy with that. And then that's a good start. That's a good start in progress. Obviously, if European place was to push down to 8th, I did say I'd back us. But I think with the run that we've had recently, I think it's just slowly gone a bit away. But if someone would have said to me at the start of the season, you finish in top 10, I'd take that all day long.
Do you think O'Neill will, like I said, if he is forward manager next season, do you think he can push you on? Like everyone wants to get like us, we want to get top 8, top 6, whatever you want to call it these days. As a Wolves fan, what's your opinion on O'Neill going forward? Because everyone's ambitious. I seen like back in the day when you had Nuno, you had European football under him. But do you think O'Neill can he outdo Nuno? Because like I said, we want, as a Forest fan, as you know, Steve Cooper's lots of Forest, we loved him. I want Nuno to outdo Steve Cooper. Do you think O'Neill can outdo Nuno?
Well, I think it depends on finances as well, to be honest. Because like I said earlier, when we did have Nuno, he had the funding there to get the players who he wanted. And what Nuno brought to the club was something completely different, a different style of football, which people wasn't really used to in the Premier League, and it worked. And it worked brilliantly. And like even in Europe, it still worked well. Then we got to the quarter final. So in terms of O'Neill, I think what I've seen at the minute in his first season, I think has been a really good start. I think the only problem is, and I mean it's down to the players as well, is just little lapses in concentration towards the end of the game when we've conceded late and you've thrown away 3 points. Sorry. So that can be frustrating, but I think going forward, if he can cement the concentration within the squad, I think attacking wise is brilliant. I think it's fantastic attacking. How the high press, getting the ball back, getting the second ball, set pieces. I think he's changed a lot within Wolves. So going forward, I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think it's just little bits in defensive scenarios that could hold him a little bit, but you've got to look at how long Nuno was at Wolves and the amount of success he had in that time. If you said Gary O'Neill's going to be here as long as Nuno, I mean, in his first season, O'Neill, he's got us to a FA Cup quarter final, and realistically, the goal was to keep us in the league, and he's exceeded that. So, I'd say it's a possibility. He could do better than Nuno, but he's still got a long way to go because of what Nuno done with Europe and everything. So, I think for his first season, he's got a very, very positive start.
I'd like to mention about the FA Cup, coaching the FA Cup. You must be cheesed off with that because I personally thought that's the way Wolves can win the FA Cup. But I saw the result. I thought, what? This can't be real. How was you feeling about that game?
Oh, mate, I could not believe it. Like,
Sorry, Tom. I had to get that in. I had to get it in.
Don't get me wrong. Like Ellis Sims, like he was so strong between our defenders. Like you could tell he was going to get a goal on the day.
Yeah.
But one thing that like cheesed me off was when they scored the first goal and it was on VAR for about 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then that goes into the added time. And then, so your game's getting held up the whole time. Then we equalise, thinking, yep, so I'm back in it now. Then I score what looks to be the winner, thinking, Q Sarah, we're going to Wembley.
I've seen it. I've seen that bit Sarah, then it was a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
This is why Forest fans, you should never sing songs and before the final whistle because anything could happen. I thought, wow, that's mad.
I thought when we was 2-1 up, I thought we're going to Wembley now. I thought it was smash and grab, 2 late goals, happy days, going to Wembley. Then they get the equaliser, and I didn't think we'd throw it away. Then I thought we'll go to extra time. Now. We've got a bit of momentum. Come on, we can see this out. And then that finish. The finish was exactly like Kobe Mainoo's at Molineux.
Yeah.
Same corner, same whip round the post. It was exactly the same. And again, in the final minute, I was absolutely gutted. But I mean, I think it hurts more because they're in the Championship as well. So you're expected to win those games. But I think that's the love for the FA Cup. We was in the time where we was in the Championship. I remember we went to Anfield and won 2-1. So that's just the beauty of the FA Cup, I think.
I'm not. You know what player have you been impressed with Wolves? Because like I said, since Gavin Eagles come in, I think I'm surprised with 1 or 2 players. But as a Wolves fan, what player have you been really impressed with?
Oh, tough question.
What player do you need to worry about tomorrow?
Oh, okay. What player do you need to worry about tomorrow? Oh, I would say Nori, but he's had a calf problem. He's meant to be
left back. Is he left back?
Yeah. I would say Nori, but he's had a calf problem, so he might not start. So I'd probably say more of a defensive transition. I'd probably say João Gomez. Because he's very good at breaking the play up. Obviously, he showed he can score as well. But we seem to let Lamina do more of the forward work now. But I'd say in terms of keeping the midfield, I've been nagging at my mates saying he's going to keep Gibbs White in his pocket and everything. So I hope it doesn't come back to bite me.
Oh, come on, Gibbs White, do us a favour, top corner. That'll do us. That'll do us. People in the chat, I said, I'm going to ask Tom his score prediction for score. So people, please get your score predictions in now, people. Do you think Forest get relegated, Tom? Because, like I said, we've had the points deduction. It's been a crazy season for Nuno. Do you think Nuno can keep us up? That's the thing. Can he do it?
Yeah. 100%. I think he can keep you up, definitely. I don't think the point deduction will bother him. I think him having Chris Wood is unbelievable because Chris Wood always used to score again.
Is he the threat? This is a question from Paul. What player would you worry about for Wolves? Do you think is it Chris Wood or Gibbs White?
What player from Forest that Wolves should worry about? Chris Wood. 100% Chris Wood.
There's the answer there, people. There's the answer, Paul. Chris Wood.
Chris Wood absolutely loves a goal against us. I think I read.
Does he?
Yeah. Chris Wood.
I'll take that. I'll take that then.
If you're going to put a bet on tomorrow, it's you have Chris Wood to score. He's scored, I think it's 6 goals against Wolves, and that's the second most he scored against. So the other one that he's got his most goals against was West Ham, and that's 7. And his second one is Wolves, and he's got 6 goals against Wolves.
Oh, thank you for the stat there, Tom. I'm confident now. I'm a bit worried. I was a bit worried. But because like I said, Wolves got a good record at City Ground. So that's why I'm a bit. But if Chris Wood plays, and he is on form, every time he touches the ball, he scores. I know he missed that easy chance against Spurs. But I'm a bit confident now. So Chris Wood like Gibbs White is scared of Gibbs White as well.
No, see, I think there's always that question when you come against a former player, isn't there? You know that they're going to show up. But I do think Gomez will do well against him. I think if he plays in the midfield, I do think Gomez will do well. I think it'll be a good battle. I'm not saying he's going to keep him completely at the game, but I think it'll be a good battle between him and Gibbs White. He doesn't really scare me as a goal scorer. I know he's a brilliant creator, but I think as a goal scorer, I think you've got Alanga, Hudson-Odoi's been unreal, and then obviously you've got Chris Wood, who Wolves fans absolutely have nightmares about. So I think he's more focused on the front three more than Gibbs White.
Okay, so I'm just going to finish the comments. Davis says 3-1 Forest. Colin says 2-1 to Forest. I'll take the results. Last but not least, how you feel about tomorrow? Are you confident that you'll win, draw, or a big result for Forest?
I think it's a big result for either team, really. I think obviously, if Wolves win, I think it could keep the European dream alive. But I think we need to get back on winning ways, especially after the West Ham game, the Villa game as well. I think it's big for O'Neill. I think he needs to get a win. 3 points is a must. But I think that's the same for Forest as well. Obviously, with the points deduction, you want to try and get a gap from the relegation zone. So I think it's a massive game for both sides, really. My heart says Wolves will win, but my head says it will be a draw. So I'd say my heart says 2-1 Wolves. I think Chris Wood will 100% score. I think the only reason we score 2 goals is because of Cunha. I think Cunha will start. And I think Hwang Hee-chan will probably come off the bench, I'd imagine. So I think that attacking threat will help. But my head reckons it will probably be a 1-1 draw.
Like last season, Forest draw and Wolves 1-1. I think who scored it? Podence scored against.
Podence.
Yeah, good players. I'm happy he's got Olympiacos, our sister's club, if you know. But yeah, so Tom says 1-1. My, you know what? I'm gonna lie. I said 1-1 as well. But it's like again, Wolves mid-table. I think they'll finish mid-table, and like it's always them teams like Wolves, Chelsea. Who was the mid-table? Like we got Palace there as well. No, I'll change it. I'm confident. I'm being confident this set of fans. I've been down for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll say 2-1 Forest. 2-1 Forest. And now Tom says Chris Wood. I say Chris Wood brace for me. that will do me. So yes, that's the people. If you are watching this, please get in the comment section and get your score prediction. Tom, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on my channel. Like I said, people, Tom's got his own YouTube channel as well, called Tom Talks Footy. The link is in the title, so please, if you can do, support him. Click on his link, subscribe to his channel, and just like I said, he does support Wolves Fancast as well. So please go and subscribe to them as well. But Tom, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on my channel, and hopefully, I pray I meet you next season with Nuno. I hope. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, people. But like I said, I'll be there, people, tomorrow as usual with after game reaction. The review show will be Sunday. The vlog will be out as well Sunday morning. Hopefully, we can win, get away from the bottom 3. I know Man City have got Luton as well. Sheffield United have got. I don't know Sheffield United got. I think they've got a bottom league team as well. So hopefully, we can get a result against Wolves, and pray we do because games are running out and as well. So it's gonna be tough. If you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And like I said, if you are re-watching this in the comment section, get your score predictions now. It's been a pleasure. Can Nuno outdo his team? I'm praying to God he does. Come on, Forest. Hopefully, you get a big, massive 3 points on the 6th round. Peace and love. Up the Forest.